The ban on flavored e-cigarette sales in New York State took effect immediately last week, but that has not stopped retailers from selling off what they have left. News Channel 34's Karina Capabianca explains why.
On Tuesday, the state was the first in the country to put a flavored e-cig ban into place.
The flavors are bringing these children into the market, and so we needed to address that.
The new rule includes a fine of up to $2,000 per violation for stores that sell the products. But retailers like this one in Elmira are still advertising the sale and at a discounted rate. We asked the State Department of Health if this was legal or a violation of the law. We didn't get a direct answer to our question about the legality, but they gave us this statement. Regulations banning the sale of flavored e-cigarettes other than menthol and tobacco flavors went into effect on September 17th. However, the Department of Health is providing retailers with an approximate 2-week grace period before conducting visits to enforce the flavoring ban beginning on Friday, October 4th. The current ban does not include menthol flavor, but Commissioner Zucker is expected to provide the governor with a recommendation on that soon. In Albany, Karina Capabianca.
Lawmakers in Washington are fighting to toughen up provisions in the new defense spending bill to protect millions of Americans from PFAS. As News Channel 34's Raquel Martin shows us, PFAS are chemicals linked to cancer and birth defects, and they've been found in drinking and groundwater around the nation, especially near military bases.
The urgency is now. You know, we have people who are losing their lives each and every day.
Environmentalists like Mustafa Ali say Congress needs to take bold action to get dangerous chemicals known as PFAS out of Americans' ground and drinking water.
We've got military folks who are being exposed. We've got low-income communities that are being exposed. We've got firemen who are being exposed.
PFAS are used in fire retardants and firefighting foam. They've contaminated water supplies in 43 states, especially around military bases.
We need to be more protective.
But right now, Congress is still battling over how to protect Americans from PFAS as a part of next year's defense spending bill. There's the Senate version and a more aggressive version passed by the House.
The problem is overbreadth.
Jane Luxton, an environmental attorney, says there isn't enough science to support the House version, which would make PFAS a hazardous material eligible for EPA Superfund cleanup money.
To sweep 5,000 substances into a hazardous waste designation risks a number of things.
But Michigan Congressman Dan Kildee says there's no time to waste.
Let's be clear, there's plenty of science that points to the dangers of PFAS.
Kildee says the House plan will hold the Department of Defense and chemical corporations responsible for the multi-billion-dollar mess. He and 162 members of Congress have sent a letter to the lawmakers deciding the bill's fate. They're urging they keep the House's aggressive approach intact. Lawmakers are hoping to finalize its details by the end of the month. In Washington, Raquel Martin.